The first Descendant just got a major new update around some of the issues that are happening. We have some compensation that I'll have to go over, as well as a few things there. We'll talk about how the launch went, some of the new details and information that I found while playing, as well as some other hidden things that you might not know, and a whole bunch more. What's up, world? It's Utopia back in with another video. Today we're checking out all things the first Descendant. Okay, so let's just jump right into it. Let's get into the game's launch, what we had seen there. Now, the game's launch was incredibly smooth, other than the issues that I'm going to talk about. If you did log in and play immediately, essentially there was no queue times, at least that I saw. There was some connection issues that people had about 30 minutes in. However, I was able to immediately get into the game, even being a few minutes late, as I had to relaunch my game around 2:03 a.m., which is when the game launched CST my time. I was able to immediately jump in, go to missions, never got disconnected one time except for inactivity when I took a break to eat, but I did get some good play sessions there, and it seemed like the launch was fairly smooth overall. However, jumping over to that, we did have some major issues there, where essentially there was some issues with the caliber purchasing, Twitch drops, and even beta rewards. Now, one of those is a little bit concerning, and I'll go over that in a bit. However, jumping over here first, we do have some tweets from the first Descendant, as well as some dev updates. So one of the first tweets we had here, they went on here to say, we've identified an issue where there is a delay in the delivery of caliber upon payment and Twitch drop rewards. They said they found an issue delay upon caliber delivery into inventory and the delay into the Twitch drop rewards. Obviously, they said here they're working swiftly to determine the cause, and they'll implement a fix as soon as possible. Once that issue has been resolved, they'll update with this notice. Now again, they put out another notice update here at 10 a.m. saying that there have been some issues that they found with the official launch on July 2nd, and they said they'll continuously update and keep track of those updates during the game. Now, a huge thing to note here is there was also an additional update with this, which was a bit earlier. They said here that the caliber issues have been resolved. So they said new purchases will be delivered within 10 seconds. And if you re-enter the shop, you can get your prior purchases. They're also resolving that Twitch drop delay that's ongoing. They said as an apology, they're going to provide gold gain boost, a 30% boost for 3 days. Also, that will apply to a shard gain boost here, again 30% and 3 days. As well as a Descendant XP gain, that will be 30% for 3 days. And a weapon proficiency XP boost, again 30% and 3 days. So quite massive there. Again, there's some further information over on the website. They said this is as an apology for the opening day and all the issues caused from that. Again, there's a reference here for the new purchases. You'll be rewarded within 10 seconds. You go to your inventory, hitting the I key on keyboard and mouse if you are playing on PC, and then head to shop and then inbox. Within, they said, approximately 10 seconds, you should receive those caliber purchases. They also said that if you made a caliber purchase before this fix, re-entering the shop will actually deliver your rewards. So just head to the shop location and you'll get those. And for the Twitch drop rewards, those should be in your mailbox. Again, there is some delay there, so we'll have to see when those do get processed. They still are working on a solution for the Twitch drops, I believe, so those might not be in your inbox as of yet. Although I will say, I know a lot of people did want to make purchases and stuff like that, but not gonna lie, it was kind of nice last night seeing everybody on an even playing field and everybody playing one of the main characters. I honestly did not see any single person playing one of the paid characters. Again, because you have to farm those or purchase those. So everybody was playing one of the main three or Bunny. It was really cool to see that. I really enjoyed that. And I didn't see anybody being overpowered or anything like that. Again, I know people want to purchase things and do things like that of that nature. But it was really nice to play on that even playing field for just a little while. There is one more thing here that I will say that hasn't really been addressed yet, which is a little bit concerning. So others like myself, I have actually not received my beta rewards. So I played in the 2023 beta and I made sure that I got everything there. I made sure that I did the hard intercept battle and all that stuff for the beta rewards that we went over in my last video. And yeah, I did not receive my beta rewards, even though I used the same Nexon account that I did back then. I have everything linked up, I double and triple checked it, but I have still not received my beta rewards. However, it seems like I'm not the only one. There's been a ton of people over on the Discord. I've been seeing a lot of posts about it. I really wish they would address this, as I would have thought they would have included that in this fix here. Although it seems like they probably prioritized the caliber stuff as they wanted people to continue making purchases. But I do hope they address this in the coming days, as I didn't get my beta rewards, and I know for a fact that I did that on the same account and I did all the completions there, at least for the 2023 beta. So again, if you didn't get your beta rewards, just know you are not alone. And I'm gonna push that issue as much as I can through my videos and talk about it, and hopefully the devs kind of either see that or talk about it in some sense. And if we do get an update there, I will let you guys know. We do have some further known issues issues here overall. So in case you are experiencing any of these, please do know that, again, you're not alone in this. In fact, these were just tweeted out a little bit ago, where they went on here to say that additionally players are immediately moved after starting a mission in special operations. Essentially, you're being immediately moved to Albion as soon as you start a mission. Although they said here partial fixes have been implemented and a complete fix is currently in progress. They also mentioned here there's an issue of players being occasionally placed into servers without players during field transfers. If that does happen to you and you want some easier missions there, do go back to Albion and then go back into the zone. That way you can get yourself some players during the missions. It helps a ton. I did it a bunch last night because it was kind of leveling so quickly. It also seemed like I had to wait a bit for people to catch up in order to get those missions. It's just a lot easier to play with people and do those missions together instead of by yourself. It's also a lot more fun, so I wanted to do it with more people. So if you are experiencing that, just head back to Albion, go back to the main town, and then head back to the zone. That should fix that, hopefully, and you should find more players. They do mention here, though, that Void Intercept battles, infiltration operations, and special operations matchmaking works just fine, and that also transferring fields as a party, all party members are placed on the same server as normal, so you shouldn't have any issues there. A few last-minute mentionables here. They had a few comments over on my Discord talking about different mods that they should use or what should be going on there. If you are just leveling up right now, just place in as many mods as possible. You don't need to look through them as much. If you are trying to speed farm there, just throw in a lot of attack damage if you can, and shield and defense stuff. Again, I would worry more so about your build in the later levels. You should be pushing levels as of right now, as that's going to help you in the long run being able to level other Descendants quite easily. I might have a guide on that in the future, how to do some XP farms. I also wanted to go over this very quickly as there was a lot of comments that I had. People have never heard of this game and things like that. Currently, the game sits at over 200,000 players with a 24-hour peak of 229,000. I'm assuming this is only going to pick up even more so on the weekend, and we might even see a scenario like Helldivers where this game does pick up even more. Really glad to see that it's holding its popularity. I'm curious on how you guys think of the game, how you guys feel on it so far. I know a lot of people were kind of wary on the game overall, especially compared to Warframe and Destiny, although I actually do prefer the first Descendant currently in its current form, but I am definitely curious on your guys' thoughts with that there. One last minute thing here, as this literally was just published as I was recording this video, but they just did a maintenance-free patch notice. So they're just notifying everybody that there was a maintenance-free patch today. That happened at 10 a.m. my time, and in comparison here, this was at 11:25. So about an hour and a half ago, they did the patch, or at least upon recording, doing this audio. And they did go ahead and fix that issue where missions immediately terminate upon starting after entering special operations. Again, so you shouldn't be sent back to Albion. That should be a complete fix there, and that should be the update to that. And there's nothing to download there. That was just on the server end of things, and it was maintenance free, so the servers didn't even come offline. Seems like they have a really good patch structure here and maintenance free stuff. That's awesome to hear. So I'm glad that we'll get updates that don't require maintenance or taking the game offline for very long. Again, that should cover for today's video. I should have more guides and more stuff out in the coming days. If you enjoyed today's video, I'd like to like and subscribe, and until the next deuces.